There is a reason cats do not follow. There is a reason they stare into the dark when nothing is there. There is a reason ancient civilizations feared and worshipped them in equal measure. Because cats were never just animals. They are watchers, they are guardians. They are something older than we understand. And perhaps they were never truly ours to begin with. Cats were left behind, but by who? Unlike dogs, cats were never domesticated in the traditional sense. They chose to live alongside us, but never fully belonged to us. Why? What if they weren't meant to be pets at all? What if they were left here, placed among us to watch, to observe, to protect? Many ancient traditions speak of beings who descended from the stars, who altered life on Earth and left behind guardians. The Egyptians built temples to them, the Norse saw them as goddesses' messengers. Witches used them not as pets, but as shields against dark forces. Some believed cats were the last connection to something older, something we lost contact with. Maybe they are still here because they were never meant to leave. Cats do not fear death. They sense it before it comes, and they linger near the dying, as if they are escorting souls across a threshold. Some cats are known to predict death with eerie accuracy, sitting with those who are about to pass. Why? In Egypt, cats were believed to guard the soul's journey into the afterlife. In Norse mythology, Freya's chariot was pulled by giant cats, guiding warriors to the afterlife. In many cultures, black cats were thought to see spirits and protect their homes from wandering ghosts. They do not just live in our world. They stand between this one and the next, and that is why they stare into the dark so often, because they see what we cannot. During the witch trials, thousands of women were burned, drowned, and tortured, but so were their cats. Why? Because witches knew the truth. Cats do not just protect against physical threats. They shield their owners from what lurks in the unseen. Black cats were believed to absorb curses, shielding their owners from dark magic. Witches were said to send their souls into their cats to spy or move unseen. Some believed harming a witch's cat would bring instant misfortune because the cat was more than an animal, it was an extension of its owner. This is why the church hunted them. This is why they were burned alongside their witches. This is why black cats are still feared, still seen as omens centuries later. Because those in power knew they were not just animals. Every civilization that touched power beyond human understanding had a god connected to cats. Egypt Bastet, the lion-headed goddess of war and protection, was said to walk among humans in the form of a cat. Norse mythology, Freya, the goddess of magic, had a chariot pulled by giant cats, beasts that could move between realms. Hinduism Shakti, the goddess of fertility and protection, was often depicted riding a cat. Celtic lore, the cat Sith, a large black cat with a white chest, was said to steal souls before burial, unless offerings were made. Why do all these gods need a connection to cats? It's because cats are not just creatures of Earth. They are the link to something else. They choose us, but not everyone. Unlike dogs, who will love anyone, cats are selective. Ever wonder why some people attract cats effortlessly while others repel them? Some believe cats sense a person's soul and will avoid those with bad energy. In medieval Europe, black cats were believed to be familiars, spirits, or demons that assisted witches in their rituals. In reality, many witches kept black cats not to summon darkness, but to protect themselves from it. Black cats were thought to absorb negative energy, deflect curses, and ward off spirits that sought to harm their owner. In some traditions, witches believed black cats could detect liars and false friends, hissing at those with bad intentions. This is why witch hunters associated black cats with evil, because they were feared as supernatural guardians. Even today, many believe that black cats bring protection, luck, and spiritual awareness, not bad omens. Because witches knew the truth, a black cat doesn't bring darkness, it keeps it away. And some believe they are the last connection to a lost power, one we were never supposed to remember. But the one thing that is certain, they do not need us, but they choose to stay. If souls can return to finish a mission, correct a mistake, or learn something new, what kind of soul chooses to return as a cat? A watcher, returning to observe rather than act. A magician, no longer needing power, only wisdom. A spirit too old, too knowing, to be trapped in human foolishness again. Unlike dogs, who give love without hesitation, cats are selective. Because they remember the people they once knew. They remember the energies they once wielded. They remember the times before. This is why some cats stare at you as if they are studying you, judging you, waiting. They're not just pets. They are something older, wearing the skin of an animal. Japanese folklore, the maneki neko, or beckoning cat, is a symbol of good fortune, often depicted with a raised paw inviting prosperity. Islamic tradition. Cats are revered animals with stories suggesting the Prophet Muhammad had a fondness for them, leading to their esteemed status in Muslim communities. These beliefs suggest that cats may embody souls or spirits that have returned to guide, protect, or observe humanity. Sailors' superstitions. Conversely, sailors believed that having a cat on board would protect them from bad luck and storms, showcasing the duality of cats' perceived influence over life and death. Some believe they are watchers, guardians left here by something older than humanity itself. And some believe they are the last connection to a lost power, one we were never supposed to remember. But the one thing that is certain, they do not need us, but they choose to stay. And maybe the real question isn't what they are, it's why they are still here.